All right, so my name is Jay Anderson with Gage Side Press, here with Steven Ocho Peterson ahead of the Ultimate Fighter 27 finale, July 6th. Yeah, this is going to be a good one. Really looking forward to it. I want to start back at your last fight against Brandon Davis back in February. Maybe didn't go according to plan, but you came out with the fight of the night, which a lot of people anticipated when they saw who was fighting on that one. What did you take away from that fight?
It was a good experience for me. I went out there and did what I always do, put on a show, put on a war. I could have done better. Not trying to come up with excuses, but that wasn't my best performance. Sure, it was exciting, but I should have put Brandon away, and I'm not going to make that mistake again.
Did because initially you were going to be fighting Humberto Bandenet, and he ran into some visa issues. Did the last minute change in opponent kind of throw you for any loop?
A little bit. It changed things up. I was training to fight a southpaw, changed up to an orthodox guy. Benedet was a kicker. Davis is more of a puncher and a lot of head movement. So totally different stylistic matchup. It is what it is. But I'll fight anybody in there on a week's notice. It don't matter.
Now, for this one, have you changed anything up as far as the camp is concerned? Anything you took away from that fight that you wanted to really focus on?
No, I've just been, training for Matt Bessette, and it looks like he's going to actually show up on fight night. He's a game opponent, and I'm excited to get in there and mix it up with him.
Now, Bessette's a guy whose back might be a little bit to the wall. Lost his last two, although one was overturned to a no contest. That was contender series fight against Holaba. There's improper IV use or something. They overturned the result. But how familiar are you?
Why'd they overturn that one?
Yeah, I think they overturned that one. But how familiar were you with him, and what are you expecting to see from him?
I've been watching him a while in the CES. I've watched him rise through the ranks. He's been fighting 11 years. I've been fighting 10 years, so we're both really experienced. And, like you said, his back's against the wall, so I know he's going to come out. He's not going to accept a loss, Nobody really accepts a loss, but some guys will just, when it's not going their way, they'll just break. I don't see him breaking in there. I see it being tough, and I'm going to have to really take the fight to him.
And that seems to be the kind of fight you like. Do you feel that that's kind of what brings out the best in you?
100%. The higher level of my opponent, the better you're going to see me perform. I can hang with anybody. So you put me in there with top 5, top 10 guy, I'm going to put on a war, regardless of who the opponent is, how dangerous they are. In my mind, I've never been finished. Bessette's been finished a few times, so I'm looking to do just that.
Now, obviously, this is a big week. It's International Fight Week. You've got 226 the next night. You've got the Hall of Fame inductions with some big names this year: Ronda Rousey, Matt Serra, and obviously Uriah Faber, who was a big name, a pioneer for the lighter weight classes. Do you enjoy being part of this kind of spectacle with all this going on, or do you have any trouble kind of tuning it all out? Is it a bit of a distraction?
No, I love it all. I'm an entertainer. That's what it's about. And it's International Fight Week. There's going to be fans from all over the world in Vegas, people that never seen me before. So I'm just excited to, show these people what I'm capable of on the biggest platform, which is the UFC. I'm just here to make new fans and make a name for myself.
Are you going to get to take part in any of the fight week stuff? Are you going to go out a little early, or?
I'm going out Monday, so whatever they got for me in the itinerary, I'm sure they got the expo out there. I'll be cutting weight as well, but weight's not too much of an issue. I'm on track, so I'll be out and about, enjoying the International Fight Week festivity.
Now, the weight cut brings up an interesting point, because I know you fought at bantamweight in the past. Now you're doing featherweight, and that obviously is going to make it easier for you. Good to hear you're on point. Dana White obviously spoke recently about going back to the later weigh-ins, doing away with the morning ones. What's your take on that? Would you prefer the morning, or do you prefer the later one?
I prefer the morning. I'd like to get it over with. And then get rehydrated, just get rested for the actual fight. To each their own. I wish there was more of an option. Maybe why don't they have like a 6 hour or 12-hour window if they're going to have a 2-hour window? Just extend that window. Some fighters like to cut their weight all the day of. Some fighters like to cut it the day before. I think there should be more options as opposed to just having it set in stone. Either it's in the morning or it's in the evening. Just having more options would be better.
When it comes to yourself, do you prefer cutting the day before? Or are you going right to the wire? What's your approach to it?
I like to cut half the day before, and then I'll time it leading up to the actual time of weigh-ins. Whenever the weigh-ins is, I'll give myself, an hour for every 2 pounds or whatever, and then normally I get it off, no problem.
All right. Well, looking forward to it. Matt Bessette, obviously, we spoke a little bit, but if you had to give a prediction for this one, how do you see it playing out in the cage?
I'm going to take him out in round 1. Knockout.
No hesitation. I like that you're going for it. Now, again, it's a big week, and we mentioned the Hall of Fame. I'm just curious because I mentioned Uriah Faber as a guy who was a pioneer for the lower weight classes. Is there anyone that you would like to see inducted into the Hall of Fame, moving forward? Anyone they haven't got to yet?
Anthony Pettis. I know he's, he's not at the top of his game right now, but he was, and he is one of the pioneers of the lighter weight classes. And he invented the Showtime kick. So, I mean, why not? He belongs there. He belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Is that one of the guys who you kind of look up to when you were coming up?
Oh, definitely. I mean, Uriah Faber, Dominic Cruz, Anthony Pettis, those were some of the most dynamic fighters coming up, and I loved watching them. And it was right in that time when WEC was starting to move over to the UFC, so that's when I first started fighting, and I've been watching those guys my whole career.
Now, here's the big question. Would you ever try to pull off the Showtime kick?
I've done it in the gym, so if the opportunity arises, then hell yeah, I'll go for it.
I got to say, whenever that kick is probably one of the most played moments in MMA history. When you look at highlight reels and the packages they'll put on, opening a UFC, and you look at it and you go, wow. Like, it blows you away even today. It's a 1 in a million shot. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, you can throw that kick 1 million times and totally just botch it. But that one time, and he did it in the 5th round of the title fight, the last WEC, it was nothing short of epic.
And nobody seems to remember that actually wasn't a knockout blow. That fight went the distance.
Yeah, went all the distance. But I think that kick decided the fight right there. That's what won him that round and ended up winning him the fight.
Now, when we talk about memories like that, I mean, obviously you're hoping to make some moments like that of your own. So moving forward, 2018, 2019, what's your goal for Ocho Peterson? What's the goal moving forward?
I want to sign another contract with the UFC and just work my way up the ranks, make it into the top 10 within, maybe late next year. I'm not in a rush. I'm here to stay, I'm not just going to be a couple fights and then cut, gone, forgot about. I'm in the UFC now, and I'm here to stay. I'm going to work my way up the ranks, and Steven Ocho Peterson is going to be a household name.
All right, man. Looking forward to this one again. And, definitely I think this, again, has another potential for a fight of the night. You did it the first time. Why not do it again?
Yeah, going for it every time. If not, I'll get that performance bonus.
All right, man. Hey, I want to thank you again for taking the time and really looking forward to it. July 6th in Las Vegas, The Ultimate Fighter 27. Steven Ocho Peterson, thanks always.
Hey, thanks, Matt. Thanks, Jay. Have a good one, bro.